Welcome to the Spark Room session today. I'm so glad to have you join us today. So, if you're joining us, this is a space where you can be ignited with your passion, with fire, so that you can be able to fulfill what God has given to you. And today, we shall be speaking on why stay there. Why stay there? Okay. There are people with billions ideas, but they are sitting at the gate of yesterday's pain. These people have a whole lot of ideas with them, but because of the situation they've passed through yesterday, they remain on a particular spot. But today, I want to ask you a question. Why stay there? Why do you keep yourself in that space? Why do you keep yourself in that position? Just like I do every time, I use biblical principle to be able to help us on our daily life experience. So today, I'm going to be talking based on the story in the scripture in 2 Kings chapter 7, verse 3 to 10. 2 Kings chapter 7 from verse 3 to 10. Here is the story of a leper, the four lepers. They are in the city filled with famine. Yes, the prophecy had been out. Yes, there is a proclamation that things is going to change, but things has not changed. Everything remain the same. And this leper, they've been there. They sat there. They are waiting for death to come, but death did not come. But of a sudden, remember, this leper, they are rejected. They can't go into the city. They only stay outside the city. They are disqualified. They are excluded from the city. And they are excluded also from the enemy's camp. So they are just in a particular spot. They don't even know what next to expect. But as they go on, suddenly something speaks to them. Something comes to their awareness that if they stay here, they said, we die. If we go into the city, we die. But if we go forward, they don't know what is outrightly going to happen, whether they are going to live or they are going to die. But they choose to go forward. And they proceeded on their journey. But by the time they will get to the enemy's camp, the Lord had wrought a miracle for them. You see, faith didn't remove the risk. Movement introduced possibilities. The Bible did not promise us that there will not be trouble. So faith did not remove the risk. But only movement introduced possibilities. You see, some of us, you are stuck at the gate of your business because of yesterday's past failure. You are stuck at the gate because of rejection. You've spoken to people about what God has placed in your heart to do, about the idea that is coming to you, but people feel that this idea does not make sense and you are rejected. You feel downcasted. For some, you've been doing many things and now you are burnt out. You are tired. For some, you've tried a whole lot of things, but it seems as if there's no progress, there's no success. And you are just stuck at a particular point where you are. I want you to understand this. You will only remain on that spot if you stay there. You will only remain on that particular position if you choose not to move. Is when you move that possibilities will begin to happen for you. Look at this leper. Many people, they are in the city. They were just there. Even the king is there. Everybody sat in the city because there is famine. This leper, they know that even if they sit down, they are going to die. And all they do is to take the leap, to move forward, knowing fully well that if they move forward, there's every possibility that they will have a breakthrough. Today, I'm speaking to you that you are feeling stuck. Today's Spark session is for you that you are feeling burnt out. Today's Spark session is for you that you feel rejected, feel lonely, feeling that nobody cares for you. I want to let you know that you can't stay in that feeling. You need to move forward. You need to proceed. What are the lessons that we learned from the leper? Okay, one of the lessons that we learned from the leper is that this leper, they did not have strategy. They don't even have a roadmap. They don't have capital. They don't have confidence. The only thing that they have is clarity. The only thing that they have is clarity. And you know what? Clarity is often more powerful than certainty. Clarity is often more powerful than certainty. Sometimes you just want to be sure of everything. You just want to get everything figured out. But in the process of getting everything figured out, you are just stuck in a particular situation. The very first thing that you do is that action to know what to do. The leper says, if they move, possibly there will be victory that will show up for them. And that is why they proceeded in the journey. You too, you need to move. You can't remain in that position where you are. You can't stay there. How long will you sit in that position? How long will you stay in that position? You need to take a step forward. And what are the steps that you must take when it's time to move? What are the steps that you can take when it's time to move? The first step that you need to take when it's time to move is inquiry. Inquiry. That is the first step that you need to do. Let's look at the story of David. In 1 Samuel chapter 30, David had gone in for a battle. And while he has gone out for a battle, the enemy came and destroyed the whole city, took their women as slaves, took the children, and spoiled the whole city. As David was mourning and the whole army was mourning, the army felt disappointed in their leader. They felt like stoning David at that particular point. The Bible said something. And David inquired of the Lord. And David inquired of the Lord. See, when you feel that you are stuck on any situation, when you feel that life is not giving you what you've put into it, when you feel that your vision is not moving forward as you think, when you feel that business is not going the way that you think, the very first thing that you need to do is to return back to the source of the vision. You need to return back to the source of that idea. You need to return back to the source of that dream. You need to return back to the source, your maker, who gave you the blueprint. You don't just want to move, because just moving without making inquiry could bring a disaster. Yes, you need to move, but where are you moving to? What do you want him to do? What is the blueprint do you want to follow when you move? And that is why you must make inquiry. So, how does inquiry come? Let me make it more practical. Before you go for your next pitch, you are battling with a progress in your career, and you need to present a paper before you do the next presentation. Why not take time to pray? Yes, your vision feels like it's going down, and you've met with various coach. They've told you to relaunch your vision. Yes, that is a good step. But before relaunching, why not take a time to pray? You've gone into this business and you are drained, finance capital is gone, and you're about to go into partnership. Before you go into the next partnership with that individual, with that investor, why not take time and pray? Make inquiry from God. God, do you really want me to go this route? Is this what you want me to do? Before quitting or before expanding, make inquiry, pray to God. Don't lose the space of prayer in the advent of moving forward. In the pursuit of life journey, inquiry from God is very important. God is not slow. God is strategic. He knows what he's doing. He said, before your mother conceived you, he had known you. So is the master strategist. So why not make inquiry? Ask from him. What do you want me to do? Now the things is like this. Lord, I return to you. Remember, he who gives the vision will give the provision. He who give you the blueprint will give you the strategy on what to do. Number two, what is it that you need to do when you feel stuck? The second thing that you must do is stop waiting for perfect condition. You see, the leper, while the famine is still real, they had to move. They did not wait until the famine stopped before they moved. You don't need the perfect condition before you set into the next phase of what God has instructed you to do. God really waits for conditions to improve before he rewards obedience. God does not wait for your condition to improve before he rewards obedience. Remember the story of Abraham. Abraham, go and sacrifice your son for me. And Abraham picked Isaac and he was going. Isaac asked the father, Father, where is the lamb? I can see the fire, I can see the wood, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice? Abraham says, God will provide. And the truth is, God provides. But God did not provide just because he needs to perfect the condition. No, God provides when Abraham's obedience is complete. Abraham set the sun on the firewood. He was about to lay knife on the firewood. Then the provision happened. And guess what? The provision had always been there. But his eyes is not just open to it. For your eyes to be open to the next thing that needs to be done, your obedience must be complete. Don't wait until everything is perfect. You see, you need to start. Start with the little thing that is in your hand. The content that you've been talking about. Post that content. Don't be afraid. Oh, I don't have quality camera. There's nothing like quality camera is the one that gives virality. No, it's not the quality camera that makes you an authority. But you stay on the line to do what you need to do. Let your obedience be complete. Don't hold back on that proposal. Send the proposal. Because you not sending the proposal, waiting for a full-formed company to happen, does not guarantee that the proposal will be approved. Let me tell you this story. For those that are watching from Nigeria, maybe you will have heard about this story. Or those that are watching from other part of the world, let me tell you about the story. There was this woman in Nigeria that used to sell what we call beans pudding. They call it moi moi. And this woman, she sells it so much that everyone likes it. And based on the story that I heard, the president at that time visited the school and he had the opportunity to taste out of the food of this woman. And when the president tasted out of the food of this woman, the president said he needed to meet with this woman. He went to go to the house of this woman. Lo and behold, the house is not fixed. Nothing is fixed about the woman. But the woman journeyed in faith, and that brought about open door for this woman. The woman became an international chef. What I'm saying in essence is this: everything does not need to be perfect before you take the step. Before you move, don't wait for the perfect condition. Start with the little skill that you know. Start with the little idea that is with you. Start with the small thing that you have. Send that proposal. Make sure you do that content. Post the content. And you see what is going to come out of it. Register that business. That the business had failed doesn't mean it will continue to fail. You take a step and do what is needful even when you don't have a perfect condition. Number 3, what do you need to do when you feel stuck? The third thing that you need to do is to move with what you have, not what you lack. Let me say it again. Move with what you have, not what you lack. You see, the leper had no money. The leper had no influence, no invitation, but they have movement. The leper had movement. They can still move. And they say, God does not finance hesitation. God fund motion. God doesn't finance hesitation. God fund motion. If you want God to be part of what you are to do next, don't focus on the lack. Stay with what you have and start to move with what you have. You may not have the good camera, use your phone. You may not have all the skills, start with the little and the current skill that you have. As you journey along, you will begin to know more of the skills. You may not have all the network, start with the existing network that you have. You see, yesterday I was listening to one of the mentors that I have online, and he said this. He said he was building a project for the top tiers of the society. But what he had is only one person that is a chief. And this chief, this highly placed person, he just had to collaborate with this person and let him know that, you see what? I am going to bring the technical part, but I'm going to leverage on you for your network. And today, he is ready to launch that idea. What I'm telling you is this: use your existing network. Everything in this world is about leverage. Everything in this world is about leverage. The skill that you have is a leverage. The network, even if it's only one person that you have, it's a leverage. Don't let the network that you don't have now reduce you or keep you stuck in that particular spot that you are, and you are not making progress. Use the frame of the network that you have, and as you journey, your network will begin to increase. Use your present platform. Use your present job as a platform. Use your present association as a platform. Don't say, I am waiting for this kind of platform before I start what I need to do. That will keep you stuck in a particular spot. The job that you have now can be that platform where you will be teaching about the leadership skill that you have. Your department in the church could be a platform where you will be equipping the people for success. The Facebook audience that you have could be your platform where you will be training people. So start to move with what you have. Start to move with what is in your hand. Do not concentrate on the lack. When you concentrate on the lack, then you will remain stuck. The next thing that you need to do, accept God. Expect God to move after you move. Now, when the leper walked, what did God do? God amplified their steps. See, not until you move, God will not amplify your progress. You've been waiting so long in that particular spot. Until you move, that is when the breakthrough will begin. You see, the children of Israel, when they get to the Red Sea, they began to complain. They don't know what to do. And Moses looked up to God and he said, God, what will I do? And God said, what is it that is in your hand? He said, a rod. He said, stretch it forth and tell the children of Israel to move forward. See, if Moses stretched up that rod and the children of Israel refused to move, the Red Sea will not part into two. But the children of Israel took that step. They picked the first leg into the water began to part ways. Sometimes God is waiting for your first step to create the sound that He can multiply your action. The leper took that step, and that step amplified the noise in the camp of the enemy, that they had to leave all their belongings and they ran away. And that is how the leper got food and even called the whole city to come and take out of what they have. You see, when you show up consistently, God add to your reach. When you don't, feel less of your showing up just because you are doing your seminar or your webinar and it feels like if only one person joins, or you had an event and you are expecting thousands of people but only few people in their tent show up for that event. The more you keep staying, the more you keep showing up, the more God will begin to expand your reach. The people that become the best at what they do today does not become the best at day one. They keep doing it. They stay there consistently, and God begin to expand their reach. When you act boldly, God add favor to you. You see, each step that you take is a bold step. And the more you continue to add those steps, the more you continue to move, the more you continue to take those bold action, God will begin to add favor to you. Those mountains that seems insurmountable, when you begin to take the bold step, God will begin to amplify your step and it will begin to add favor. Little step will begin to bring about bountiful results. When you move publicly, God rearrange system privately for you. When you begin to show up outside, when you begin to push what you do outside, God will begin to add up all the systems behind for you for your elevation. But if you choose not to move, God will not do anything. No matter how you pray, no matter how you seek His face, if you don't take a step, He won't do anything. Not because He cannot do something, but because until your obedience is complete, there is no miracle. What is the next step? Don't stop at discovery. You see, now that you are now moving, don't stop at discovery, because God will begin to show you new things. Now begin to report and return. This is what I pick from the story of the leper. The leper saw the blessing. They discovered the wealth. But they say this. They said, we do not well if we keep these good tidings to ourselves. You see, breakthrough that isn't shared, the breakthrough that is not talked about, becomes selfishness. And guess what? It's a matter of time that breakthrough will soon go to an end. Listen, whatever you discover is a solution to someone's problem. And in this world, if you want to make more money, you want to build wealth, you want to build generational impact, is for you to create a solution to someone's problem. So guess what? The discovery you make becomes the tool for your blessing. What am I talking about? Teach someone about the lesson that you learn between when you are stuck and the new discovery that you have. Talk to it about someone. Share the journey. Document that process. Pull others out of the gate where they are stuck. And that is how you build platform. That is how you add more to your income. That is how you build impact. Don't keep your discovery that God has now blessed you. Before that blessing comes, there were steps, there are principles that you had to go through. Talk about it. That is the solution. That is the breakthrough. That is another person's solution to their problem. You just discovered the pathway of success. What I'm talking about right now, I just crack a code for someone. You are stuck in that particular situation. You don't know what to do. Now begin to move. Document all the process, everything that happened while you are moving. And now that you've made discovery, when you get to that point, now report and return. What does it mean? Teach someone. Talk to it about someone. And that is how you grow your influence. Do you know that is how you will grow your network? That is how you will become authority in what you do. That your business fail and you are able to walk through it and become a success again is a story to tell that will bring about another impact and higher level for you. So today, I've come to spark this fire in you again. You can't sit down. You can't stay there. If you stay, you die. But if you move, there is possibility for breakthrough. Now that you are about to move, why not ask from God? Ask Him what He wants you to do. Ask Him on the next journey. Don't wait for that perfect condition. Begin to take the step. Make do with what you have. Make do with the little skill that remains. And now that you are about to eat the discovery, begin to document all those process. Because you know what? You just cracked the code for someone else's problem. So once again, as I wrap up today's Spark Room session, I want to pray for you. Most especially for someone that is watching or that will watch this stream and you're burnt out. You don't know what to do. You feel tired. Or you are even thinking of ending everything right now. I ask for the grace for you to be able to take that step again. I ask for the inspiration of heaven to come upon you, that the Lord should open your eyes to see the brighter side and give you the right energy to be able to move ahead. Once again, thank you for joining me in this Spark Room session. I can't wait to hear your testimony. God bless you.